Yo, what is good YouTube? Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some more breaking news, highlights, analysis, and notes, takeaways from another day in Carolina for Panthers training camp. And today was a very interesting day. We saw a lot of good things from Bryce Young, from DJ Chark. We're going to talk all about it, or everything, in a second. But before we do so, I need you guys to do me a huge favor and smash that like button so we can get this video out to all the Carolina Panthers fans. All I want to do is keep you guys updated throughout the entirety of the offseason. So make sure you guys join the family, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to be covering the rest of the offseason, which includes signings, trades, all of training camp, preseason, regular season, and I'm going to be streaming games as well. So if you guys want to come and watch some Panthers games with me throughout the season, join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we go live for a game and post a video. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, one of the brightest spots so far in training camp is the connection between Bryce Young and DJ Chark. They've connected multiple times. I believe the first two highlights of this video were actually Bryce Young connecting with DJ Chark on a long ball down the left sideline. And they've been doing that pretty much all offseason long. I mean, there's been 3 practices and 4 times have they connected on a deep ball right there again. I mean, they have just been building this connection, building a rapport with each other that is, something that you want to see out of your wide receiver and quarterback. However, the only thing is, I'm not sure if or who is in the lead for winning this wide receiver job right now. I mean, there are 4, maybe even 5 guys that I think can win the job. I mean, you're talking about Terrace Marshall out of LSU. You're talking about DJ Chark. You're talking about Adam Thielen, who they brought over from Minnesota. Jonathan Mingo, the second-round pick of this season. You also got Laviska Shenault and Shi Smith. So I want you guys to do me a favor real quick and comment down below, who do you think are the 3 wide receivers on this team right now? We know DJ Chark is building a connection, but we also know that they want Terrace Marshall to play. They want Jonathan Mingo to play. They want Adam Thielen to play. So it's like, who is going to be the top 3 wide receivers on this team to start the season? Let me know what you guys think. Now, another piece of news that I wanted to keep you guys updated with is Marquise Haynes Sr. is sitting out with the back injury. A guy who, they value, man. They think he's going to be a pretty solid player over here as a backup edge rusher, but he is sitting out with the injury. Hopefully, he gets back sooner rather than later, and he can continue to be, dominant in practice. We also had the first fight go down in practice. I think it was between Larnell Coleman and linebacker Jordan Thomas engaged in a shoving match. Wasn't too much, but you're going to see that in training camp. I mean, we're not in the dog days yet. There's no pads on yet, but once you start seeing the same guy, once you're going against the same guy every day in practice, and maybe beats you on a couple of reps, you're going to get a little frustrated. I mean, they're competitors. They want to win every single rep, and sometimes when they don't, they're going to get a little bit mad about it. So that's that. We also have some more news on another wide receiver here, Laviska Shenault. He knows. He was quoted. No, I'm not quoted, but he was talking about after practice in an interview that this is his season. I mean, this is a big year for him because he's a contract year. He's got to come up. He's got to have a big year because he wants to make some money. So that is going to motivate him alone, and goes back to the conversation like, who's going to be the 3 starting receivers? Are they going to rotate 5, 6 guys in a lot this season because maybe they don't have 3, 4 guys or 3 guys that they truly want to develop from here on out, or what's going to go on with that? That's something I am very interested to see what's going to go on over the next couple weeks, couple months here as we progress through the offseason. Like, who are these guys who are going to start wide receiver? That's probably my biggest question right now. But some other observations were, C.J. Henderson. C.J. Henderson was looking pretty good in practice. He was quoted saying, "Just prove myself. I can stay consistent and work at the things I need to work on. It's my contract. It's a contract year. It's big for me. They declined the 5th-year option. It's not the end of the world. Keep working and moving forward." So CJ Henderson is a guy, that wants to prove himself. He wants to come out here, wants to make big plays, make big money. So I feel like at the end of the day, the Carolina Panthers have a couple of guys here that are really trying to work as hard as they can to earn another contract, to earn their their shot at another contract here in the NFL, which I think is big. I think that really motivates guys. I think that really puts or gets the most out of guys, which is something you're happy to see here in Carolina. So let me know what you guys think. We had a couple of big plays today. DJ Chark, Bryce Young connection looks good so far. The defense, although the pads are on, they look okay. I feel like there's still a lot more developing they can do. But look, like, honestly, when I look at the defense, I think they got a squad, man. You got Derek Brown, you got Gross Matos, you got Shaq Thompson, Frankie Louvu, Brian Burns, J.C. Horn, Von Bell coming over from Cincinnati, Xavier Woods, Dante Jackson, Jeremy Chin going to move a lot more into the slot, which should be interesting. So I think they have a really good team, but if they can put it together, that's the last step, man. Last step is putting it together, and we'll see if they can end up being one of the best football teams in that division. I mean, when you look at the division, it's it's not the craziest thing in the world. You got the Falcons, who are a really good team. You got the Saints, who get slightly better, and then the Buccaneers, who are probably maybe the worst team in the division right now. I don't really know. I mean, they got a lot of good depth over there, but we'll see how Baker Mayfield plays. But let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And my next segment is going to be about Underdog Fantasy. Guys, if you play any sort of fantasy football, you need to get on Underdog Fantasy right now and use my promo code. The next segment will be about that. If you guys want to play fantasy football with me, go click the link in the description and check out this little segment, and I'll sell you on it. I promise you, it is amazing. And if you do sign up, comment down below, and I'll get you in my fantasy leagues all year long. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.